Threesomes. So hot in theory, so awkward in reality, but with a little planning, you can turn a never again into a best night ever. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to plan a fun, ethical, and drama-free threesome. Whether you're monogamous, polyamorous, or just curious. Hi, I'm Iseman. I'm a relationship coach, and I want you to have the tools and skills that you need to build the relationships that you want and deserve. This channel shares all the lessons that I've learned the hard way, so you don't have to. Subscribe to get more sex, love, and modern relationship tips that you can start using today, no matter what kind of relationship you're in. There's a lot of common misconceptions when it comes to threesomes. Some of the greatest hits are, it's just spontaneous fun. Generally not. Everyone will be equally into it. Not always true. No one will catch feelings or feel left out. Hello, reality check? The truth, a great threesome takes the 3 C's of communication, consent, and compatibility, not just attraction. So whether you're 3 singles or a couple looking for a new friend, you're gonna wanna watch this entire video to make sure your first threesome doesn't become your last. Step 1, before you even start swiping through any of the apps or texting that cool friend, let's talk about why you actually want this in the first place. Before you start playing, it's important to discuss the game plan. That means walking through the before, during, and after before the big day. No team has ever won a championship without running through every possible scenario first, and you're about to enter the sex Super Bowl. Please don't make me do any more sport references. Be honest with yourselves and each other. Are you doing this for the right reasons? Trying to save a relationship? Exploring fantasies to spice things up? Looking to add novelty and deeper connection in an already secure dynamic? Educate yourselves. Explore books, articles, podcasts. Watch some ethical porn featuring threesomes. Schedule a good chunk of uninterrupted time to talk about it from the perspective of how you want your partner to feel during and after the conversation. Planning some non-sexual intimate time like a walk or sharing over tea can be a connected and compassionate setting in which to talk about it. For my monogamous couples, ask yourselves, is this a one-time thing, or are you opening a door to something potentially ongoing? What are you hoping to get out of this individually and together? Monogamous couples often need extra clarity to avoid unspoken jealousy or misunderstandings. It might be worth creating a reconnection ritual to reestablish your special connection afterwards. This can be as simple as a shared bath or revisiting a location significant to your relationship. And for my non-monogamous couples, how does this fit into your existing agreements? Polyamorous people might have more experience setting boundaries, but it's still important to check in. Every dynamic is different and boundaries can change at any time. If you're in a relationship regardless of the style, are both partners equally excited, or is one just going along with it? The biggest red flag, if one person seems hesitant, unsure, or only doing it for their partner, it's time to pause and take a step back. No fantasy is worth sacrificing trust and emotional safety. My solo participants, my thirds, my beautiful unicorns, are you looking to join an established couple? If so, what's in it for you? This is just as much your experience as it is theirs. So make sure that you've thought about your own dibs, desires, intentions, and boundaries. So you're not just showing up as a tool for their fantasy fulfillment, unless, of course, that's what you're into. No shade here. The point is to think about it and make a conscious choice. Something else to look at is whether you're most excited to connect with the couple together or only one of the duo in particular. Symbiosexuality is the attraction to an already existing dynamic and can be really juicy, but it's also totally okay if you're only interested in connecting with one of the partners. The most important thing is to be upfront about either one from the beginning. The biggest mistake people make, thinking that a threesome will just flow naturally. Spoiler alert, it won't. Everyone involved has different desires, comfort levels, and boundaries. The only way to avoid miscommunication, hurt feelings, or a total vibe kill is to talk it all through before clothes start coming off. Get on the same page by discussing your dibs, your desires. What are you hoping to experience? Your intentions. How do you want to feel? Your boundaries. Create a yes, no, and maybe list. What do you definitely want to try? What are the no-go zones? Are specific acts off limits? For example, no kissing, no one-on-one time, no P&V? Do you want a safe word or nonverbal gesture you can use if things feel off? Release any idea of perfection or doing it right. The richest intimacy can come from those shared awkward moments that arise naturally in a new experience. No one needs to feel like a performer here. With the right preparation, you can keep aftercare from becoming aftermath. What happens after? Who's calling or texting or getting together with who, when, and how often? If feelings come up, how will you handle them? Want a deeper dive? Check out my jealousy toolkit to keep your connections strong before and after exploring threesomes. Okay, so you've set expectations and you're both on the same page. Now comes the fun part, finding the right third. But trust me, There are some mistakes you really don't want to make here. You've heard the old saying, keep your friends close, but your fuck buddies closer, or something like that. This is where a lot of people go wrong. Let's just ask my best friend. Yeah, don't do that. Inviting someone who's already too emotionally entangled can lead to a lot of jealousy. Yet someone too random can lead to other types of discomfort. A quick note on terminology because, I'm a word nerd. You might hear the term unicorn or third when a couple is looking to add to their dynamic. This treats the couple as a unit and excludes the other person as outside of their dynamic. It's an example of something commonly known as couple privilege, and it's important to be aware of. There's nothing wrong here. It just means you've already spent time building your connection and may naturally have some shared language, behaviors, and practices between you. Reflect on how this could impact the person you're inviting into your dynamic and how you want them to feel about their experience with you. While a threesome can just as easily not include anyone in a pre-existing couple, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use the term third. So where are the best places to find the right third? Dating apps geared towards inclusive relationship styles and sexual exploration. Play parties or sex-positive lifestyle events, online communities, or events for non-monogamous folks. The golden rule of thirds: invite someone who's just as enthusiastically into it as you both are, and isn't just agreeing to please you. Did you pick the wrong third for your first threesome? Spill the tea in the comments. So many couples make so many mistakes, but that's not you. You're savvy and clever and watching this video first, so let's learn how to avoid them. Do use dating apps designed for non-monogamy and sexual exploration. There's actually more to choose from than you might think. Don't spring it on a friend at a party. So, we were wondering. Awkward. Do be upfront and transparent in your approach. Don't treat the third like an accessory or assume that they have zero preferences. Many couples go looking for a unicorn, a magical and elusive creature, the bisexual woman who has no emotional or sexual needs of her own and exists solely to enhance their relationship. Fun fact: most people don't enjoy feeling like a sex toy with a pulse. Instead, approach potential partners with respect, curiosity, and clear communication. And since you're already ahead of the curve by watching this video, you're prepared to avoid these 3 common mistakes: overhyping and underdelivering, flirting for weeks, building tension, then ghosting because one partner got cold feet, ignoring the third's experience. Your couple dynamic is great, but what about their comfort and desires? They're a whole and complete person too. Skipping the vibe check. Just because someone's hot doesn't mean they're the right fit. Chemistry between all 3 people matters. Pro tip: a group chat before meeting in real life or a low-pressure get-together before the big event can help gauge comfort levels and avoid awkward surprises. All right, so you've found the perfect third. Exciting! But now, let's talk about what happens during the threesome, because if you don't handle this part right, things can go south real fast. You've talked about your own dibs, but as we discussed, the third party is a whole-ass person too, which means they have their own yeses, nos, and maybes. Have the awkward but oh-so-necessary conversations. Go over all the details. Leave no sexy stone unturned. Here's a bird's eye view of some basics, but by all means, feel free to add your own. Consent, boundaries, and expectations are hot. Discuss everyone's dibs, their desires, intentions, and boundaries. Condoms, STI testing, and birth control, oh my! What's your exposure plan? Are you all on the same page about accidental pregnancy? What happens after? Who needs what kind of aftercare from who? Is this a one-time thing or a recurring dynamic? Since you're a hot little smarty pants watching this whole video, can you guess some of the biggest boundary fails that I see with couples? One partner getting left out, not having a check-in plan during or after the experience, leaving the third person unsatisfied, pushing past relationship agreements, aka shared boundaries. Pro tip: use a traffic light system. Green means all good, yellow means it's time to check in, and red means stop immediately. When it comes to threesomes, especially as a couple and especially for your first time, choose neutral ground like a hotel or Airbnb over your shared bed at home. Unless, of course, you like emotional landmines. Determine who's in charge of what with clear expectations and responsibilities beforehand. Music, drinks, vibes. Who's supplying what contraception? What, if any, toys will be available and who's bringing them? Once all of these important details have been laid out, then and only then is the groundwork laid for things to unfold naturally. With this level of sexy communication and consent, there won't be any undue pressure. You'll be prepared to read each other's body language as clearly as spoken words, so you won't need to overtalk during the event. Though, taking periodic mini breaks to check in is always the vibe. A quick "you good" mid-threesome goes a long way. Ongoing consent check-ins are an art form that you're gonna learn to master in the next section. Now that you've each done all that sexy prep work, think of it like foreplay. Let's talk about how to make the experience itself fun and not awkward for all. The golden rule of threesomes: everyone should feel included, respected, and prioritized. If one person feels like a spectator or an afterthought, the vibe is instantly ruined. A great threesome isn't just about sex. It's about connection, comfort, and pleasure for everyone. If you want to understand how to do that, make sure to subscribe and watch next week's video, where we'll break down the play-by-play of the main event, how to keep aftercare from becoming a dramatic aftermath, and what to do if you want to make this an ongoing thing. Tell me in the comments, if you want to plan a threesome, what's your biggest concern? Or maybe this opened a door into the possibility of you opening up your relationship in a bigger way to explore consensual non-monogamy. I've got everything you need to open up without breaking up in my comprehensive course, ENM 101. Check out the link below. If you're ready to open up, the first step is just a click away.